press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Hello all, how are you? I hope that all are doing good. So today I am here with you with grammar. In grammar, today we are going to learn about the reporting, that is direct and indirect speech. So first I am going to introduce this. What is this reporting speech or direct or indirect speech? We often report a conversation between the two people, and two people conversation we are going to, that people is going to say to the third person. So when that two people's conversation, it is going to say to the third person, that the second person, what they are going to say to the third person. So they are not using exact words, and we also not using exact words. What they are having a conversation between the two people. So instead of that, we are using our own words, our own sentences. We are not repeating those sentences what had discussed, what had conversation, what they had a conversation. Okay. So instead of that, they are using their own words. So in this way, the person who is going to report or narrate the speech, so that is called as a reporting speech. The people who are having a conversation, means the two people who are having a conversation, so that is called direct speech. Okay, direct speech, and that person is going to say to the third person, that becomes an indirect speech. Okay, so once again I will going to explain on the board how it is going to be direct and indirect speech, and that is called as a reporting speech. See, for example, a boy called Rahul, okay, and another boy, maybe his friend or a classmate. You can have any idea. Okay, so you can take the name of this second person, that is Rajat, okay, or Rajat, or you can take Ayan, okay, Ayan. So here are the two boys and they are having a conversation. They are two boys, they are having a conversation. So what they are having a conversation? Rahul said, I practice cricket every day. Every day. So who said this? Rahul said. What he said? I practice cricket every day. I practice cricket every day. To whom he said? To Ayan. He said to Ayan. Now, they are having the conversation about a cricket. Okay. Now this Ayan wanted to tell to another 4 or 3 people. Okay. So maybe 3 people. So his friends, he wanted to say those words to his 3 friends. Okay. There may be any friends. You can take A, B, C. Okay. So now they wanted to tell to those friends. So when he is going to report the exact words, he is not using the exact words what the Rahul said. Instead of that, he is using the words like this, like Rahul said that he is, or he practiced I practice cricket every day. Okay. So here, when he wanted to report to these people, the words changes like this. That is, Rahul said that he practiced cricket every day. Okay. So he practiced cricket every day. When there are two people there, when they're having a conversation like this, the Rahul and Ayan conversation, so the two boys are conversing here, so it is called as a direct speech. The Rahul say to Ayan, it is called as a direct speech. So what is the direct speech here? Here this sentence, it is a direct speech. He is directly reporting to Ayan. Okay, he is directly speaking to Ayan. Then when Ayan is speaking to these people, so that is called as a indirect speech. That speech is called as indirect speech. Okay. So when Ayan is reporting about the Rahul, what he told, okay, so that sentence is called as a indirect speech. That is called reporting speech or narrating. Okay, that is called narration. So you can take that Rahul said that he practiced cricket every day. He practiced cricket every day. So when he is saying these sentences, he used the past tense here. And these every day means the time here is mentioned, here he has said the same, it is not changed here. But certain situation it is changing. So now we are going to learn. So this is about an introduction about what is direct and indirect speech. I hope that you all are enjoyed with this figure what I have said here. So now I am going to say you the rules. The rules, how we are going to use this, how we are going to convert the sentences from direct into indirect speech. Okay. So here I am going to say the rules. Everyone, so keep the grammar book with you and write those rules. Okay. So when I am saying those rules, you have to write down and start practicing every day. Okay. Like that you are going to perfect in the English grammar. Okay. So this is about. Now I am going to say about the rules. I hope that you all are learned it. So now is about the rules of direct and indirect speech, how it is going to change, how the sentence is going to change here. The first rule is inverted commas are removing. Inverted commas removed. Okay. When the sentence changes from direct to indirect speech, the commas, the punctuation marks are going to remove. Okay. So how? I will tell you with the example. Suppose if I take the sentence like this. Rahul said, okay, Rahul said, it is in direct speech. Rahul said, I practice cricket every day. Cricket every day. So here is the commas, single apostrophe, okay, then commas, everything it is there, the punctuation mark it is there. So it is called in a direct speech, the sentence which is in direct speech. So now it is in indirect speech. So first rule is we should remove the punctuations, the commas. The Rahul said that, okay, so said that he practiced cricket every day. So all the punctuation marks are removed, only at the end full stop we have to use it here. Okay. So this is the first rule. The next rule is change in the tense of reported speech. Okay. So here the tense is going to be changed, the tenses. Okay, present tense is changed to past tense. Okay, past tense into past perfect tense. So like that it is going to change. The tenses, the second rule is the change of tenses. The change of tenses. So how it is going to change here? The most significant aspect of speech is back shifting of the tenses in the past form. Okay, so when it says about indirect speech, when a sentence which says about a direct to indirect speech, when we are doing that, so it is shifting to the back, means always it is using in the past form. Okay, past form of tenses. Suppose here play changed into played. Okay, so the verb is changing with play to played. Then is playing become was playing. Was playing. Has played become has played become has played. It becomes has played becomes had played. Had played. Has been playing becomes it changes into had been playing. Had been playing. Okay, had been playing. So here it says about a simple past tense, then past continuous tense, then past perfect tense and past perfect continuous tense. So like it is, when it is changes to present into past tense, simple past tense, present tense into simple past tense, then past continuous to present continuous to past continuous tense, then past present perfect tense into past perfect continuous. Okay, so they like it is the verbs, the forms are going to be changed. Okay, so this is next is the modal auxiliary verbs are also changing. This is also second rule. Changes in you get a third point, changes in modals auxiliaries. Modals auxiliaries, changes in this. How it is changing? Can changes into could. Okay, may it changes into might. Might. Then will it changes into would. Would. Shall it changes into should. Should. Okay. The modal auxiliary verbs also changing here. From can to could, may to might, will to would, shall to should. Okay. So like it is. Then next is changes in pronouns. It changes into pronouns. Change in pronouns. Change in pronouns. How it is changing? The second person you, okay, the second person you and the first person. And second person. First person I, second person you. It changes into third person. When it changes into third person. Third person, that is he, she and they. Okay. First person what? I. The subject is I and the subject is you. It changes into third person, he, she and they. Okay. So both it is changing into third person, he, she and they. Okay, like it is. For example for this, Mrs. Joes said, Mrs. Joes said, I saw you at the bus stop yesterday. Okay, I saw you. Who said? Mrs. Joes said, I saw you at the bus stop yesterday. So first rule is, it is in a direct speech. So now it changes into indirect speech. Mrs. Joes said that. So removing the commas, inverted commas, punctuations. That. We should use it here, that. Mrs. Joe said, I saw you at the bus stop yesterday. Mrs. Joe said that she had seen him. I saw it changes into had. Okay, so it has to change into had seen, perfect tense. So it is used in a past perfect tense. Him or her at the bus stop yesterday. Bus stop yesterday. So removing the commas, and like that we have to use it here. Mrs. Joe said that she had. So saw, it is in a simple past tense. So it is changes into past perfect tense. Had seen. Okay, had seen him at the bus stop yesterday. So like it is. So here the change in a pronouns, how it is changing? I is, the first person I is changes into third person she. Okay, it changes into third person she. And you is changes into him. So this is this one. Next, it is changes in other words. Okay. So next rule is, it changes into other words. So what are the other words here? Changes in other words. So what are the other words here? Like, now it changes into then. Okay, now it changes into then. This into that. This to that. Ago to before. Today it changes into that day. That day. The next is yesterday. Yesterday, it changes into the day before. The day before, okay? Yesterday changes into the day before. The last night. Last night. Last night, it changes into the night before. The night before. These, it changes into those. Those. Tomorrow, it changes into the next day. Okay. After the pronouns and after the tenses forms and after the modal auxiliary verbs, so these are the words which are changes like this. Okay. So when the sentence it is in a direct speech, when we are transferred, when we are changes into indirect speech, then those words are changes like this. Okay. Now becomes then, this becomes that, ago becomes before, today becomes that day, yesterday becomes the day before, last night becomes the night before, these become those, tomorrow becomes the next day. Okay. So like it is the changing of the other words. Next is, so next rule is about if reporting verb is in present tense or a future tense form. If the reporting verb, it is in a present tense or future tense form. So what is the verb? What is the tense form of a verb when it is going to report? So when it is reported speech, when it is comes to report, when it is come to indirect speech, it is not changed. Okay. So when it is going to change into the reported speech, those future tense and present tense, it is not going to change. So I'll tell you with the example, explain you with the example. Example, she says, I eat a mango. Okay. She says, I eat a mango. Here, it is in a present tense form. This sentence, it is in a present tense form. So, it is in a direct speech. Direct speech and it is in a present tense form. It is in a present tense form. Then when it is changing into indirect speech, the sentence changes into she says. So it is not changing into said. She says that she eats a mango. Okay. So when it is the sentence which is in a present tense form, it is not changing into past tense. Okay. How it is? She says. So here you just observe the sentence. She says, I eat a mango. Here the sentence, it is in a simple present tense form. So when it is in that, she says that. Here we can't use the said. She says that she eats a mango. Okay. She eats the mango. Like it is in is also simple past tense, simple present tense form, the sentence is. Then, and it is not changing in its verb. The Rohit will say, next example for this. Rohit will say, The Rohit will say, I was absent. Okay? Rohit will say that he was absent. Rohit will say, I was absent. Rohit will say, he will say that I was absent. Here, the future tense is there and I was. Here, the past tense is also there. So, when it is changing into direct speech, it is a direct speech, when it is changed into indirect speech, so it remains the same. Okay, it is not changing into would. The Rohit will say that, he is going to say that he was absent. Okay, he was, only the pronoun is changing here. He was absent. Okay, he is saying about the past. He is going to say, he will say in the future, and he was absent. Okay, this is the thing. And one more thing is, here it is used with the connector. The connector called that, use of connector. Okay, next rule is 7th rule. I am rubbing this one. I hope you all are understood this. Like use of connector. Use of connector, that is that between reporting verb, between reporting verb and the speech. Okay, so what is the important thing here while changing this reporting to the reported speech, that using the connector, that is the that. Okay, so that is a connector, okay, which links the two sentences. So that is the connector here. So you all are, I hope that you don't want example for this that, because in every sentences you are going to observe that connector, it's present. The next is the neutral verbs, like the next rule is, there is a neutral verb. The neutral verb called say and tell. So when we are using this say and tell, okay, so say is never followed by an indirect object. Okay, example, him, us, them, my sister, whereas we have to use an indirect object after tell. We choose say when the person who was spoken to is unimportant or already know. So when we use the verb called say, so when the sentence is unimportant, so when we are using this say unimportant, the sentence which is unimportant, or which is known, which is already known, which is known. Okay. So what about the tell? So tell, we have to choose when we wish to draw attention specifically to the person. So it's important, means it describes the specification of a person. Specification of person. Of a person. Of a person. So say, when we use the sentence, the verb that is called as a neutral verb, that is say, when the sentence is known and it is unimportant, and this tell when we are using to describe something specification of a person. something is important to that person which is related to that person. So at that situation we are using tell and say like it is. Okay. Suppose how we are describing this one. He said that he was busy. And when we use this tell, he told me that he was busy. Okay, he said that he was busy. He said that. It is in a indirect speech. Okay, when we see that he told me means particularly he said to me that he was busy. If you use that, it's also okay. He told me he was busy. It is also okay. So, okay, then he told me that he was busy. Which is referred to the specific person, and which is known, the sentence which is already known. So he said that. The person is said that he was busy. Okay, so which is already known. We are knowing that always he is busy in his work, and which is unimportant, which is not important here. So at that situation we use this say and tell. Okay, so when it is used in a past tense, when it is used in a indirect speech, said and told verb is going to use here. Okay. The next rule is, if the reported speech universal truth, the reported speech is universal truth, speech is universal truth, or habitual fact, the tense verb is speech is not changed into the corresponding past. Okay, if the sentence which is a universal truth, it is a truth, it is not going to change ever, because it is following from the past and present, and the future is also the same, it is never going to change. So at the situation, what is the reported speech here? What is the indirect speech here? Okay. So and habitual fact. Habitual fact means the habit which we have, which the person has. Okay. So in that situation, the indirect speech is not changing into the direct speech is not going to change into indirect speech, and the verbs are not changing. The tense is not changing. Okay. Let's see here. For example, Ram said, the earth goes round the sun. Okay. Here Ram said that earth goes round the sun. Okay. So it is never change the fact, okay, which is the truth, which is universal truth. So it is never going to change. That is, Ram said, earth goes round the sun. So when we remove punctuations and all, so then the sentence is like that. So the sentence is not changing into past, okay, because it is a universal truth. It is never going to change. Either it takes 100 of years from now, and or from 100 years back, or from 200 or 2000 years back. So the fact is never changed. Okay. So this is the rule. of a reported speech. So when we are reporting this sentence, so when it is in a reported speech, the sentence it is like the exact. Okay, so only thing we have to add here is that. Okay, so this is about the reported speech, the direct and indirect speech. So in the next class, I will going to say some of the important rules and some of the things which are when the sentence which is in a command and statements, so what the verbs are going to be changed and what the words are going to be added here. Okay, so that one I am going to tell it in the next class and with some of the questions for your practice work. So till then, so you have to be thorough with these rules and practice for these rules. Okay, so I hope that it is quite easy for you and it is easy to learn. So you have to, the main thing is you have to understand the rules. Okay, so practice well. So next class I will continue with this same class, with today's class. Okay, so all of you stay at home and keep learning. Thank you.